To create here start menu shortcuts, we need to go here with tools. Then we will go here with customize. Then as you can see here, we are having start menu. Now we need to select the workbenches for which workbenches we need to create shortcuts. Now for example, I need to create one shortcut for part design. Just I will send this dial by using this arrow mark. So to assign shortcut, either you can use Control, Shift, Alt or any other things. First I will use here Control. Then here I am going to give Control plus 1 I will give for part design. Then same like that. For example, for assembly design, I will send this side. Here also I will provide here Control plus 2. Here plus 2 I will enter. Again, for example, I need to go here with drafting. Just I will send this side. For drafting, I'll assign Control plus 3. Let's say close. And as you can see here, if I go on start, shortcuts will be created. Like instead of going for start and selecting this mechanical design, part design, directly you can use shortcut key Control plus 1. Directly it will enter into part design like this. Now, if I enter into part design here and let's say OK. So this display we call it as specification tree. So to hide or show this specification tree, you can use shortcut key as F3. Just I will click on F3, specification tree will be hidden. And if you want to show again, you can use F3. And if you want to zoom in or zoom out of this specification tree, just you can hold control and you can scroll this mouse button. As you can see here, it will be zoom in and zoom out. Again, in some cases, the specification tree will be somewhere here like this. We will be not able to find where that specification tree is. So in that conditions, this we call it as stride. So just click on this stride. As you can see, some options will be in hidden mode. So after clicking on this, just we can make it here fit. Then properly axis system will be coming to the original position. Later to that same option we need to click. Then by using shortcut key of F3 you can hide or show the specification tree, or else you can go here with view. Then here as you can see specification it is turned on. If I turn off this, this will be in hidden mode. Again if I click here, it will be shown. Now for example, we have created this part. So usually every sketch should be ISO constraint. So if you want to check that, just we need to open this and we need to double click on every single sketch to check either it is ISO constraint or not. But if we are having more sketches, we are not able to check in that way as it takes more time. So in that case, if you want to check either our all sketches are ISO constraint or not at a time, just you can use here tools, then go here with parameterization analysis. So just click on this. Then as you can see here, one pop-up will come. Either you want to check all sketches or over constraint sketches or fully constraint or under constraint. Now for example, I need to check under constraint sketches. Just refresh. See, we don't have any here under constraint sketch. Let's say for example, just I'll make this under constraint by deleting this dimension. So here it is showing under constraint. So let me check by using this operation. So just I will go here again with tools, parameterization analysis. So here under constraint, it is highlighting third sketch. If I double click on that, here it is showing under constraint. So in this way, you can check either our all sketches are ISO constraint or not by using this trick. Now, if you want to see cut section of this particular part with reference to any front plane or side plane or top plane, so instead of going for drafting, directly we can check this cut section by using here dynamic sectioning option. So just click on that. So we are getting here cut section with reference to top plane, but for example I need with reference to front plane. So just you can click like this and you are able to adjust this cut section plane by using this arrow like this. So wherever you want to see that cut section, you are able to adjust like this. So just you can move this cutting plane, and we are able to rotate also this cutting plane. Like for example, if I rotate here, it will be with inclination like this. So in which way we want, we are able to see this cut section by using this dynamic sectioning option. Just I'll keep it here front view, and you can see here proper cut section view. Again, if you want to turn off that, just click on this, section view will be turned off. Just I will make it here isometric. Now we will see the uses of this measure toolbar. So in measure toolbar we are having here measure between. So by using this option we are able to measure the dimension from one point to another point, or one face to another face, or one line to another line, like this. For example, I'll click on this measure between. So first I need to measure dimension from this face to this face. Just if I click here, as you can see, dimension we are having here 60. So if I say OK, just the dimension will be in hidden mode. If you want to show like that only, again just I'll go here with measure between this face to this face. Here keep measure option will be there. Just I'll click on this and say OK. So dimension will be shown like that only. Then next to that we are having here measure item. It is nothing but like caliber. So this will be used to measure radius or diameter for the circular profiles. So just I will click on this, and for example if I click on this curve, so we are able to get here how much radius is there, and for position also with reference to coordinates. Just I'll keep measure, let's say OK. So next option we are having here measure inertia. It means this it will show the total weight and moment of inertia, entire details about this particular part. So just I will go with this measure inertia for this entire part body. As you can see here, entire details will be giving here. What is the mass we are having, what is the density we are having, what is the area we are having. For example, mass we are having here 0.04 kg. Just remember that. Now just I will go here with apply material. So I will go with apply material. For example, I'll apply material here with brass for this part body. Let's say OK. So to show that with material, I'll keep here shading with material as display style. Same again if I go for inertia for this part body, as you can see here, according to the material what we have applied for this part, here weight also will be changed. Let's say OK. So in this way you can use this measure options. Now if you want to apply some material for this particular part, so as you can see here one option will be available for us. So this option we call it as apply material option. So just we can click on this. As you can see one pop-up will be shown. So here different type of materials will be there according to construction, and with fabrics, then metals, others, paintings, different things will be there with stone, wood, or like that. So for example I need to apply some metals. For example for this part I need to apply here copper. So just you can drag and drop on the part. Let's say apply material, let's say OK. Now once if I open this part body, as you can see here, material copper is applied for this particular part, but material color it is not showing here. So to show that material color, you can go here with display style, shading with edges it is there. Just open this, make it here, shading with material option. If I click on shading with material, whatever the material we have applied, with that material it will be shown. Now if you want to adjust brightness and lighting of this particular part, just we can go here with view. Then as you can see here, we will be having one option called lighting. Just click on lighting, and here we are able to adjust this, how much brightness you want, like this. Then how much dim color or light color you want. Then one more also it will be available with white. So like this, you are able to adjust this brightness and color of this part. So just say OK.